everyone, welcome back to my craft room. If you're new to my craft room, then welcome. Today we are going to change up this thrift store basket and make it into something really pretty. I found this at the thrift store. I haven't been in a thrift store in, well, a long time, especially last year I didn't get anywhere when I started getting sick with this CIDP condition that I have. So this is the first time I actually went in there. My husband went to the store down a couple stores down from the Goodwill, and I actually went in there and I could have spent all day in there. There's just so much stuff that I could have picked up that I want to do something with. But I figure one thing at a time. So I found this cool basket. I love this. I don't know exactly what this is. It's like a woven, I don't know. But look at that. And then I'm going to change this bottom color. I don't want it this color, so we're going to put a little paint on this, and it's going to be the home decor chalk paint in sheepskin. I think that would look pretty on here. And then I want to use these napkins. These I actually got from Temu. I will put the, let's see, they were $1.52 for the whole pack, so you really can't beat that. Let me put that up here, so if you want to just stop the video there to get the name of it and everything. I hope it's focusing. Are you focusing? There you go. I'll try to find them. If I can, it's been a long time since I bought these, so I'll see if I can. I think these are just a 2-ply napkin, so we're going to be using those. I'm going to be using a little bit of this, what is they calling this? Burlap ribbon from Dollar Tree. I figure because I'm only going to paint this part down, and I figured this would really make a great transition with the lighter color that kind of matches the sheepskin. So that's going to go around there, and then of course we're going to decoupage the napkin on there. So first what I'm going to do is paint this. I'm just going to start it here, and then I'm going to show you guys how I cut out my napkins. This is going to be fun. What did this cost me? This cost me $2.99 for this basket, and it's lined in plastic, so it's great for a plant or whatever. I don't know if I'll put a plant in there. I doubt it. I may just use it to put some, maybe in the bathroom, maybe stick some towels or something in there. I think it's going to be really pretty for this summer. But yeah, $2.99. Get that little sticker off of there. But yeah, I love going to the Goodwill. I found so much stuff. So we're going to be doing some decoupage. I have so many napkins. I got to get using them. So anyway, first I'm just going to take this. I'm going to take one of these chip brushes. This is what, a 2-inch one, I believe? Yes. I got a whole pack of these I ordered from Walmart. You can get these anywhere pretty much. You can get them pretty cheap, like at Home Depot and stuff too. They're really cheap. So I'm just going to dip this in here because there's not much left of this paint. I really need to mix that up a little. But anyway, just to get started here, I'm just going to go across this here and try to get it in the some of these little crevices here. That's why this brush is the best to do this with. Or I didn't want to spray because I didn't have the right color. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to go around this twice to cover up that blue. I don't know. We'll see. It may come out okay with just one coat, but we'll see when we're done. I mean, I don't mind if a little bit of it shows through because the napkin has, here's a piece that I cut out already. I did that with the water pen. I'll show you guys who haven't seen that before. It has a little bit of blue in here too, so if it does show, that's fine. But I want to paint it this color to, otherwise the napkin's just not going to show up well with that blue background. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep going around and painting this blue, trying to be careful not to get it up there too much. I'm going to have that border go around. But yeah, that's going to paint up real nice. So that's what I'm going to do with this. I will finish this off camera here because you guys don't need to watch me paint that whole thing. It's just very repetitive. So let me show you here quick. Let me set this aside. You sit right here, behave. And we're going to show everybody. I have a glass mat here. Now, I got this at Michael. This is a We Are Memories Keepers glass mat. But if you don't have one of these, you can even use like a really smooth countertop surface to do this on. But I also had these little, these were actually trivets. They had little rubber legs on them, and I just popped them off. There's a textured side, and then the other side is smooth. You can find these at Dollar Tree, down where they have like the, all the kitchen stuff. A lot of times you'll find them. They have them in all different colors and patterns and stuff. But that works great too. So if you don't have, whatever. All right, I'm going to cut this in half just to make my life easier. So I'm just going to take one of these napkins, cut it in half here. Because I do have to cut out a couple more. I have 2 cut out. I'm not sure how many I'm going to put on here. But anyway, then you're going to want to open it up. Easy for me to say. There we go. And then to get it apart, well, this one's coming right apart. But a lot of times they're a little harder than this to get apart. And all I usually do is just like whip my fingers a little bit and then just, they pull right apart like that. So, but this one came right apart, you didn't have to do that. And then you just save this to clean up some little messes with, which I'm going to do. And I think I'm going to cut this in half again, just to make it easier to work with, because I think I'm going to need these 2. Now I'm going to use a water pen. You can get these at Dollar Tree. You just fill the little tube up here with water, and then the other end is like a paintbrush. But if you don't have one of these, you can just use a regular paintbrush. Just dip it into some water and it will do the exact same thing. So what you're going to do is just take this, put this down a little bit more. That light's really glary on this glass, sorry. There we go. We'll put that there. Did that take it away? Yes. And you're just going to go around the edge of your image like so with the water. And then you're going to need something like this. This is one of those little knives that came in with a paintbrush set. But you use a plastic knife or whatever. Now you're going to want to put your finger over your image so you don't tear that. So as long as your finger's covering it, you're good to go. And then you're just going to scrape away where it's wet. And yeah, you're just going to go all the way around the whole image like that. And it just cuts it out like so. And then when you're finished going all the way around it, you end up with this. And the reason I like to do it this way, I mean, you can try to tear them. I don't have any luck doing that. I usually end up ripping it. But these nice rough edges, they blend in with the background so perfectly. So that's why I like to do it this way. So I'm going to finish up this guy too and get these all cut out, and I'll get that other thing painted because I think I'm going to paint that, and I'm actually going to let it sit overnight since there's so many little creases in that basket that yeah, I want to make sure that it's really good and dry. So I'm going to get this painted, let it sit overnight, which will be what, 2 seconds for you guys, but but you'll see what I mean as it gets in there. And this is kind of like a fabric-y kind of thing, so we're going to let that dry overnight. Actually, I might sit it outside because it's really nice and breezy. But I'm going to finish cutting this out, and then after I get this all done and get that all painted, then I will come back and show you how we're going to get all our pretty images on that thrift store basket. All right, this thing's dry. It was overnight. I only did 1 coat. It came out perfectly. And this is seagrass. I could not think of what it was called. I had to actually go online and look. But this is a seagrass woven basket. So they have these on Walmart too. You can find something very similar to this. They're about $6. So if you're interested in this and you can't find one at your Goodwill, but let me tell you what, there's just so much at the Goodwill to choose from. All right, so what I did here with my napkin, and this is always a good idea for anything you're going to decoupage, is I took a piece of the napkin, I put down a little bit of the matte Mod Podge that I'm going to use. I put the napkin down, let that set for a couple minutes. Then I went over top of it like 3 or 4 times just to make sure that none of this ink is going to bleed. Because let me tell you what, I've had some where you're starting to do it and all of a sudden all the ink is all over the place. So this is a good one. You don't want to go over it too many times. I think about the 4th time I went back over it, it started to, a little bit of the pink started to show. So I know not to do it more than a couple times. And then I also went over it with a clear varnish, is what I'm going to use on this too. And actually it's the Deco Art Duraclear Ultra Matte Varnish. I ordered this on Amazon. I'm pretty sure you can get this pretty much anywhere from what I'm seeing. Like Walmart and stuff too has this too that you can order. And you get the smaller bottles too. That's the 8 ounce. Or you can use the, I don't know if I already said this because I did this yesterday, the Waverly Matte. This is also durable, sealant, indoor, outdoor, non-yellowing varnish. So either one you pick is a keeper. All right, so now I have my napkins here. I'm going to start on the back because it's got a little confusing back here because this blue one kind of goes up, and we're going to even all that out though with our ribbon. So it got a little confusing back there. So anyway, you got to figure out where you want to place your first part of your napkin. And, you know, some of it's going to go down over the bottom. And I cut this one off a little bit because it was going way underneath, which is fine. I don't care what's under the bottom. Nobody's going to see it. Or you can, if you want to be perfect, you can trim that off. All right, and then you're going to start out with just a little bit of the Mod Podge just to get your napkin set where you want it. That's always my best advice because you really don't want it all over this stuff. But I'm putting a varnish on here too, so it really, really, really doesn't matter. So I don't want a ton under here. I don't want a big mess of Mod Podge, but we're just going to get this started here where I want it placed. So that is where that's going to be. And I'm just going to press it down. Yeah, I think that'll work out good right there. You don't have to worry about too many like wrinkles and bumps because you're going to see like some of the woven stuff through the napkin a little bit and all the textures, which is fine. I think that's pretty cool. So there we go. So now I have that set there. So I'm going to put a little bit more Mod Podge over here to get this thing laying down. And then we're just going to go over the top of it since we're down to our one layer of napkin. And if you want, you could do this with the, I'm licking my finger here. Don't mind me. Saran wrap. I don't have any luck doing it with saran wrap. I tell you guys all the time. I know a lot of people do, and it works out great for them, but not so much for me. But this works out just fine, just using your fingers. So we're going to put a little bit more on here, get this guy stuck down. And I'm just going to flatten it out here with my hand. You're going down there because they're going to curve a little bit because, you know, it gets smaller towards the bottom. So you may have a few little creases and things here and there. Not a big deal. All right. Just a little bit more under here. Keep you where I want you. All right. So there. I think that, oh, look how pretty already. I love it already. And then this we're just gonna take Mod Podge over and just push this down. You can put a little bit underneath it if you want to too. And if you get too much, don't matter because it's the bottom. I'm just gonna push that bottom right down there. And those will have a little bit of crease in them because, like I said, the bottom gets so much smaller. But now we're just gonna go over this image with some Mod Podge. You don't need a terrible, terrible lot because it's just one ply of napkin, but you want to make sure it's stuck down good, and this stuff will soak right through this napkin, right onto the basket to give you a little more extra hold. Just want to make sure all the ends are down nice. Now this is going to be super, super duper pretty. And then I'm just going to give this a little tap, just to go into the little creases. You don't want to do it too hard. You don't want to tear your napkin. Just very gently, just to give it that more baskety feel up there. Make sure you get all these ends down. See how those nice, you know, the ripped kind of edges, they just blend right in. You don't even see them. It's like they're not even there. I love that. All right, and then let's see, where didn't we get yet? We're gonna go back over this rose. I kind of left that for last since I know after about 3 passes that little sucker is gonna start to bleed through the ink. So we're not gonna do that. All right, I think I have all my edges down nicely here. And I think this is gonna look cute. So I'm just gonna kind of tap in here very gently into all these little creases of this basket. Just so you still get that basket feel even on the image. Whoops, come back here. And there you go. That one is on. And I'm hoping I have enough room to put like one on each side and one in the front is what I'm hoping. Hoping. So I'm just going to kind of measure that here a little bit. Let me set my brush down. And I'm not going to make you guys watch me do all these because it's going to be all the same thing like I always say. But the napkin here is kind of reversed on each side. So this one will start out, you can put the pink next to the blue. So that works out good. So let's see. So that's going to be there. And you're going to be here. Let's see. No, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't matter. You'll be here. I'm just trying to hold these together. How close did I have you? Okay. Here. It's going to be close. I don't know. I may have to put them a little bit closer together. Yep, just a tiny bit closer together. I'm going to have to put them. So yeah, they will fit. So that's all we're going to do. Because I had this kind of separated here. Give me this butterfly here. So we're going to get these guys a little bit closer and bring it down. And I think that will work out just fine. All right, I am going to trim some of this off because I'm going to place that there, trim this off just a tad so it doesn't have to go under too much. And here I am rolling it on the one I just did. Yeah, I think that's going to be perfect. I'm so excited. But I got to be careful here so I'm not, oh yeah, hair hanging off my watch. So I'm not rolling it on top of the other one, but that's going to work out, putting them just really close like that. We'll have plenty of room here for all of them to fit. All right, where's my brush? Here we go. So let's get you laid down here. Just a smidge of perfect. All right, and then we're gonna have to try to get back on. Well, I'll just make it go through because I don't want to have to lift that up anymore. I'm afraid I'm gonna rip it since it's, you know, just one ply. Oops, you come up here though. That was my fault. That's not gonna matter. It's underneath the thing. Oh, I think that's great right there. All right, let's see where I can else stick it in here. That's why you really don't want to get a lot of Mod Podge like over this side, because then if you want to set your image down, oh, look how nice that goes together too. That's perfect. I'm so happy with that. All right. All right, let's go over here. So I'm just going to make you guys watch me do this one, and then I'll go ahead and I'll get the other ones on there. Really easy peasy. There you go. It's on there. And we're just going to go over it now. Make sure all the ends are down nicely. This will get glued down, and then we're going to put a coat of varnish on this, but you want to make sure that your Mod Podge is good and dry before you do the coat of the varnish if you're going to do that. I mean, you don't have to necessarily, but since I think I want this in a bathroom, yeah, I'm going to, whoops, I need to rip that little piece off here. Come on. Get back down there. Perfect. All right. Well, almost perfect. I can always touch that up with a leaf. Not a big deal, but that's what I get for trying to pick it up after it was nice and wet. All right, so let's get this down underneath here. Oh, this is going to be so pretty. I'm so excited. You got to be careful not to push your other one up that you just put down. Did booger up that leaf a little bit, but that's easily fixed. All right, let's leave them alone. Actually, I'm going to leave it alone because I think when I put my ribbon on there, it's going to cover that anyway. And if it doesn't, then I can always add a little leaf if you want. All right, now let's get in here with this big rose and make sure she's down there good. All right, all our ends look good. And then I'm just going to go back in here and just gently tap into these creases. You don't want to push up or down, you just want to go straight in, because if you push one way or the other, you may rip your napkin. So just very gently tappy tap away. There. Oh, I love this. This one's drying already. Look how pretty this is going to be. I'm very excited. All right, I'm going to line up my next one and keep going here, but I will let you guys go while I finish this up. And I think these are going to meet up exactly the same way, but that's all right. All right, let me double check my measurements here. So if this guy's going here, maybe able to come over just a hair more, and then you're going to fit right in here. Yep, perfect. There we go. It's gonna move you over just a tiny bit. Or you can turn it down this way a little bit. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Perfect. So that's where that one's gonna go. Then I have just enough room over here to fit this guy in here just nicely. So I'm just going to finish gluing these down the exact same way I did all of these. And then when this is nice and dry, I will come back and show you how it looks. And then we got to get our ribbon on there yet. But I'll wait until I get the varnish. Actually, after this dries real good, I'm going to just paint a coat of varnish on here. There's really nothing to it. It's just a clear varnish, but just to get this dry so we can show you how we're going to finish it up. But let me get these ends here so they stay right where I want them. All right, let me get this guy glued down and the other one, and then I'll be right back. All right, get this, guys, I can't speak. It's all nice and dry now. It's a beautiful day out. Everything's just drying so nice. If I have anything else I need to spray paint or anything else, I need to do it today, because I'll tell you what, everything just dried so quickly. But look how pretty. You can actually see all the, you know, the weaving in there, the basket yet, and then all the different like creases. I did fix that one. I can't see where it is now. Leaf. I added a tip to it because I pulled it off by accident. I just ripped off a piece of the napkin and, you know, just decoupaged it on there and fixed that up. But yeah, you can really see all the nice detail. Now I did change my mind on this burlap ribbon. I have a different one here from the Dollar Tree too. This one was just a little too see-through, so you could kind of see where the paint was a little too high or whatever. And it's a little wide, I thought. So I decided to go with this one. This is from Dollar Tree too. You get this stuff, find this stuff in the floral and garden section. It's 1/2 inch and you get 6 feet on here. But this is more of a solid looking ribbon, and I think this is going to work out better. It's not quite as wide as that one, and I think I'm going to like this better now. Let me see if my glue gun's decided to heat up. Yeah, it's getting there. I forgot to plug it in. Actually, I didn't forget to plug it in. I plugged in my heat gun, this little guy here, this works great on a rainy day if you want to dry something. It just blows heat, you know, like hair dryer kind of. But I plugged that in instead of my glue gun because, you know, it's just that kind of day. But anyway, I also put a coat of that varnish on the bottom. I just use a regular brush. It just goes on just like the Mod Podge. I just went over it real quick. I didn't put it up here because I don't think this needs it at all. So I'm going to start back here because this is where that seam meets and it kind of goes a little wonky there, if that makes sense. So, and I'm also going to put a little bit of hot glue on the end of this ribbon here. I think I got enough here now that it's, where's my little finger protector? Just so it doesn't unravel. Sometimes they want to unravel on you, so that's not very hot at all, that glue, but it'll do the trick. So yeah, just put a little bit of hot glue on the end, and I'll do the same thing when I get to the finish line here. All right, so we are just gonna start. Which way do I want to go? I think I want to go this way. Now let me see, because it's, like I said, this kind of goes off, so I think that's perfect right there to start. Yep, that'll be good. So let me just glue down that end. Come here. Glue you down real quick. There we go. And then I'm just going to go around and a little at a time. I'm not going to go too far at a time. Just lay down a bead of hot glue there. Get it laid down nice and straight. Oh, I'm loving this so far. I'm loving this basket. This would make a wonderful, if you just want to make these for gift baskets, I mean, what a great gift to give to someone. You know, that they can use for whatever they want to, if you fill it up with some goodies or whatever. Yeah, how pretty. I am loving this. I should have left my heat gun plugged in because I'm going to have to blow these glue webs off here. Yeah, such an easy project. These are just so fun because, you know, there's so many pretty napkins out there to choose from to make it your own, you know what I mean? It's just, I was actually looking on Etsy. I mean, there's a lot of sellers on there. If you just look up napkins for decoupage on Etsy, there's a lot of people that just sell, like, you know, 2 or 3 napkins for a couple dollars, you know, so you don't have to buy like a $10 pack on Amazon or something. And there's just so many to choose from. So many beautiful napkins. I don't know whatever started making the beautiful napkins, but I'm glad somebody did. Don't get in the glue. There we go. See, that covers up your seam there from where you stopped painting and decoupaging and all that good stuff. So we're just going to put a nice bead there right by that seam. I am absolutely loving this. I don't know what I'm going to do with this now. I've had so many different ideas go through my head since I started making this. I'm like, oh, do I want it in my bathroom? Do I want to put a plant in it? Do I? I don't really know where this guy's going to end up. But I'm having so much fun getting to use some of my napkins up. It's like one of the easiest projects I can do right now since I have this stupid condition I have. It doesn't take a lot out of you. And I can just sit here and relax and do, it's just so relaxing doing these kind of projects. It really, really is. All right, we are almost to the finish line here. All right, let me get to right about there, and then I am going to trim that off. Hopefully it'll end up perfect here. That's good. Perfectamundo. All right, where's my little finger protector? Because I want to glue down this. See how it wants to like come apart there? So you want to glue that so it stays nice for you. A little too much glue there, Jody. That's okay. You gotta talk to yourself. I do it all the time. I don't know about you guys, but I am constantly telling myself what I'm doing here and not doing right. That's what happens when you're in your craft room. There's nobody here, nobody else here to tell you, so you gotta tell yourself. All right, there we go. Now let me get that to match up nice. Hold that right there. I am loving this. I can't even stop saying that, but there we go. All finished. Look how pretty. Love it, love it, love it, and love it. I've got so many cool things, like I said, from the Goodwill that I've picked up that I want to do decoupage on. Oh, and one other thing, I'll probably show that in my haul or something that I picked up that I was so shocked that I found there. But yeah, you can't see or seam at all. But that is it. That was my project for today. I have my little plastic liner in there to put whatever I want in here. I don't know. We'll see. It may go in my bathroom. I may stick a few towels in here, just take a picture, whatever. But yeah, I'm not sure yet. You could use it for so many things. All right, I'm going to blow all of these glue webs off of here. I'll take a nice picture of this to put it at the end. But thanks so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this project, and I will see you guys all next time. Have a great day, everyone.